Hello there, beautiful humans, and welcome to the video. This evening I'm spending some time outdoors at a school that was built in either the late 1940s or the early 1950s. I'm sure hoping I find my first silver coin here. Anyway, it rained really hard yesterday, so I'm hoping that the ground conditions are perfect for signals. And I'll get back to you at the first plug. Rather typically, my first target is hardware. And I've noticed that rusty nails ring up better if they're bent. Yeah, sometimes they have that little peep in them that makes me think that it's a coin. All right, well, we can only go upwards from here. I guess this is better. A little pink zipper pull. I'm definitely going to have to dig everything because this 1981 copper penny didn't ring up nearly high enough. I'm glad to have it though. It's just in the garden area here. No one will know I was there. 2 coins in a row. It's a 2011 dime. And the blue nose looks like it's in a bad storm. And the queen has a little acne, unfortunately. I think I'll call this the dime school. This is my third dime in about 10 feet. 2008 this time. And here's my friend the square nail. It's a little finishing nail. But this school was built at the earliest in the 1940s and the later part of the 1940s at that. So this is 40 to 50 years older than the building. So something older must have been here at one time. I'm using the old headphones again because my nifty earbud arrangement worked fine until the plug broke. So I guess I need to get another extension cord. I'm ditching these right now because it's just so hot. And taking my glasses on and off to look at the finds closely, it's just a nightmare. So they're going to stay here on the lawn and I'll pick them back up on my way to the car. This was bouncy. It's the hood of a toy car. And I looked around the plug pretty diligently and couldn't find the rest of it. Another dime. This one's a 2008. It doesn't look so bad on this side. But oh dear me. That's going to take some scrubbing. This was a really jumpy signal for a copper penny. This soil is different from what I'm used to. But hey, this is a 1963. That's more like it. And there's the first portrait of the young Queen Elizabeth II. Good day to you, Mom. This one isn't a dime. Almost a surface find. It's a nickel. Looks like 2004. Check me on that. According to the numbers, this is a zinc penny. I won't be able to tell until I get it home. I really can't see a date. I can see the 1 cent and the leaves there, but I'll have to give it a closer look to know what the date is. This is where I dug a big piece of wire, about 6 or 7 inches long. It was kind of this way. And I just set my pinpointer down and it started to scream. So I dug this plug and I found a fork. Now I can make another owl. That's so cool. I found a fork the other day. I'm at the roots of this big old tree. And I found this really funky iron hook and a 1982 copper penny. It was indeed a very weird signal. The mosquitoes are starting to bite. I don't know how long I can last, but I'll keep trying. I'm on the other side of the tree now, and I pulled a 2009 nickel. Doesn't look all that grand, but I think I can scrape that off. This was my classic mid-60s signal on the Fisher F44, and sure enough, it's a Canadian copper penny. The last 2 years they were making them out of copper, 1994. And there is the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. I'm guessing this is a 90s model copper. It feels like a copper, and it appears to have the third portrait on it. I'll have to clean it up. This soil is really thick and loamy, and it's also quite wet, so it's sticking to everything. I'll clean this up when I get home. Judging by the bubbles, my guess is this is a zinc. This is to go with the fork. Obviously it's a spoon bowl, pretty battered, and it's lost its handle. I was concerned that I broke it, but that doesn't look like a new break. And also the remains of it don't seem to be in the plug, so I guess the mower got this one. Ha! Spoon bowl. Cool. I thought I was chasing a pull tab, but it turns out to be somebody's house key. Oh dear. Somebody was crying on the porch, waiting for Mom and Dad to come home. Of course, I can't have a hunt without one of these rotten things. The foil aspirin bottle seal, or whatever it is. I'm losing my daylight. And it's getting a little bit too dark to identify the coins that I'm digging. Let's see if I can zoom in. 1980s model, maybe? What do you think? I think it's blurry. Come on. Yeah, it's 1980 something. Copper. I think this one's a 1981. It's really getting too dark for me to film properly. More copper. I just dug a zinc, but I didn't bother filming that one. Bleh. I can't make this one out. I think it's copper though, otherwise it would be a lot messier. Ooh, is that the second portrait of the Queen? Gosh, it's really hard to film now. That might have to be the last one I film. I've hit a little hot spot under this big old tree. This is a dime. I thought it was another penny. When it popped out of the plug, it was all dirty. Can't read the date. But I think it's the third portrait of the Queen. So I'll say it's a 90s model. Well, what do you know? This is part of that same car. But I found the other part way over there by the building. Huh. Is that a Ferrari symbol? Let me take my glasses off so I can see. Well, wait till I tell my husband that I got him part of a Ferrari. Welcome back, beautiful humans. This is the roundup of my hunt at the elementary school. I didn't even go across the whole of the front lawn. There were so many targets. I was excited by this. There wasn't a whole lot of junk. I won't inflict the Cannes law and foil on you. There was some of that. There seems to be lots of rusty iron because it was pinging up. It was grunting and then it had that little ping. So naturally, thinking these were Canadian coins, I was chasing all these rusty targets, including these monster pieces of rebar, which were right at the margin between the garden and the sidewalk leading up to the front steps of the school. So lots of rust to go in my trash bucket. Two of my unfavorite bottle seals. This is the only candy wrapper I wanted to show you because it's cute. It's from Paw Patrol and it's mystery flavor. Oh, what fun. Yeah, Paw Patrol, so cute. Two bottle caps. These rang up like coins. I was chasing these like crazy. Pepsi mashed flat. That sounded really good, you can imagine. And Colt 45 beer. I don't think they even make this stuff anymore. But I remember the jingle. Colt 45 beer. Colt 45 beer right here. All right, that's enough of that. Lots of pull tabs, including a really old school one. Yeah, that's a blast from the past for sure. Perfectly triangular piece of aluminum scrap. And it's not sharp on the edges, so I don't know what's going on with that. I thought at first, of course, that it was an offcut. I found 3 zipper pulls. A little pink one. This one, I think some poor fellow or gal had their key on the end of their zipper pull and lost the zipper pull, and looks like they lost the key too. And this one, I didn't even know what it was when I dug it. It was so completely covered with mud. But once I got the toothbrush at it, it's very recognizable as half of a zipper mechanism. And finally, this really neat old hook, which was under a tree root. I thought I broke it because it made such a zing when I pulled it out, but no, I did not. It looks as though it has been broken, but not by me. That's long ago. And some more interesting finds, more recognizable. Another fork. You're going to start calling me Fork Queen. And a spoon bowl, which I feared I might have broken in the clod, but no, the handle was nowhere to be found, so I think I'll blame the lawnmower. And that is a very dainty handle, too. A beautiful little square finishing nail, which isn't rusty. How interesting is that? That's easily 100 years old. Easily. And yet it looks very much the way it would have come out of somebody's packet. This key, it's a good one. It's faultless. I don't know this brand, so I looked it up and I discovered that the Faultless brand was registered on March 29th, 2005, so this is not a very old key at all. And I found chunks of a Ferrari. So disappointing that I couldn't find the rest. But as I said, I didn't get all the way through the lawn. This I found under the big trees near the front sidewalk. And the door, which still has the hinges, and they actually still move. The door was way up against the building. So this was under the trees by the main city sidewalk. This was right up against the building, so it was like 30 feet away at least, maybe more. So I imagine this is from a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox car. That's probably the closest I'll ever get to own a Ferrari. Especially since the coins I found, nothing was more nothing was a larger denomination than a dime. But I found a bunch of coins here. So here we go. Here's a 1999 dime. 2003, which is nasty. 1999 looks good. 2008 has some rust. And the 2011 has a big rust hole in it. Once this plating gets punctured, then the insides bubble out, and it's just a horrid picture altogether. 2 nickels, 2008, where the beaver looks like he messed his trousers. And 2009, which looks as though somebody shot the beaver in the ribs. And the queen is in a fog, poor lady. Then it was pennies. So I'm going to go from the youngest, or the oldest, yeah, the youngest to the oldest. The first one is a dateless zinc penny, nasty. 2 2010 zinc pennies, equally nasty. Look at the bubbling. Gag. And 1998 zinc penny. This is the first of the zinc pennies. Well, no, I guess 97 would have been the first. 94 copper. The rest are all coppers. 93. 91. Looking very nice. 82. 82. I found 3 1982 pennies. Here's number 3. Look how nice these still look. $1981. It's baby brother. 1970. Really nice high relief. If I can get it to focus. Come on. There we go. Then I got a gift from our southern neighbors. I've got a 1965 plain copper memorial penny. And go Antie, I just flipped it the correct way. How's that? Wow. My American detectorist friends will be so proud of me. And my find of the day, and the first coin I dug out of this elementary school is a 1963 Canadian copper penny with the young Queen Elizabeth on the front. That is the earliest Elizabeth penny I have dug. I dug one with her dad on it from 1943, so 20 years older than this. So yeah, this is right in the right date range for silver. If I come across a dime or a quarter in this schoolyard, it could conceivably be a lovely silver, and that's what I'm hoping. So I'll be going back there from time to time. It's very near where I live, and so it's not a chore to get there by any means. So thanks very much for coming along and for sticking around for the wrap-up. Cutlery. And a square nail from a school that was built 50 years after they were using square nails. And my faultless key, which isn't for the Ferrari. Thanks for coming by, chums. Here's Auntie waving goodbye, and I'll see you soon.